So this game got kind of an unfair reputation, I suppose, for being, well, bad. And hopefully, with this video, I will show you why it's actually not that bad. If you've played the original Metal Gear for the NES, which was actually a port of Metal Gear on the MSX2 from Japan, which wasn't available in the US, you might notice some similarities and some differences. First, let's watch the intro. Alright, so after that, we're thrown right into the game proper. And in true Metal Gear fashion, we get a codec call, or not codec call, transceiver call, before we can take a single step. Okay, not too bad. While we're here at the screen, let's take a look at our inventory, starting with our weapons. We have a knife and a handgun. Yeah, that's kind of new, huh? A Metal Gear game that actually starts you off with a firearm. I guess when Snake is the leader of the operation. Equipment, we got a whole lot of nothing. Not even cigarettes, which is kind of weird. You know, Snake never goes anywhere without cigarettes. That's not what I meant to do. Let's go back. Speaking of our equipment, my uniform here. I'm totally invisible right now. Don't I blend in, like, just perfectly? Yeah, right, huh? Even standing still, my camo index would probably be, what, in the negatives, I'm guessing? Who parked that there? How are they gonna get that out? What? How'd they even get it in there in the first place? I don't know. These are gyrocopters. They can't really attack you, but if they see you, they'll call in an attack squad to come and hunt you down. Another call. Let's see what these guys want. So this is our chopper pilot. Chopper Dan, I guess we could call him. I don't think they actually give him a name. Anyway, this is Snake's Revenge, if you couldn't tell from the title screen, and it's supposed to be a direct sequel to Metal Gear. But while it was developed by Konami... Hold on. Hooray, our first piece of equipment. Rations. While it was developed by Konami, Hideo Kojima, the series founder, didn't really have anything to do with this. And that's kind of why a lot of people don't like it. It's one of the main reasons. One of the other is that it is technically non-canonical. Gonna see if anyone has anything to say. If you call people at various times with your transceiver, not codec, they'll have certain things to say. Some useful, some not. Anyway, the game being non-canonical and having rather little to do with the Metal Gear universe is another reason why people don't like it. Most of the people who do not like this game, I have discovered. This is a POW, for those of you wondering. Yeah, he's tied up. If you free him, he usually gives you some information. Not this time, apparently. Most of the people who don't like this game that I found haven't really played it, especially not through to completion. I have. I actually played this game before I played the original Metal Gear for the NES. And I like this one better. I think it actually serves a better Metal Gear than, well, Metal Gear. I know I might get some flack for that, but spoilers. I didn't mean to go this way, goddammit. Spoilers, the original Metal Gear didn't have Metal Gear in it, really. You didn't fight Metal Gear. At least not the NES version. That's, you know, kind of a disappointment. And even Hideo Kojima himself, who didn't supervise the port of the Metal Gear for the NES, said he didn't like that one either. Who's doing this? Who's parking these Jeeps like this, or putting them there? I'm not sure whether to be shocked or impressed. So Kojima himself, again, wasn't happy with the NES port of Metal Gear, and I think that says a lot. He just says the same thing. Thanks for your help. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm afraid of that. Sometimes you step out and there's that stupid spotlight right there on top of you, and there's no way to avoid it. Luckily, it often doesn't see you if you just appear right under it, but sometimes it does. I really shouldn't have to tell you what the spotlights do, right? If you get caught in one of them. Hopefully you can all figure that out for yourselves. Anyway, this game does some different things. Most notably, it has side-scrolling sections, which you'll see later on. And those are kind of hit and miss. Let me see if anyone has anything interesting to say. Oh, John's actually going to talk to me. Yep. So he says all enemy weapons seem to be available to use. Kind of again, another Metal Gear series tradition. You only start out with minimal equipment, and you have to get most of it through just stealing from the enemy. Or scavenging. That northward path just leads to some ammunition, which I don't need. You ready for this? So here's John. He's going to help us infiltrate the base. Let's see what his brilliant plan is. John, what are you doing? Well, an infiltration pro, according to his profile. I don't know who is talking there and who they're talking to. Are they talking to Snake because they saw him there and are just saying, hey, don't think about trying anything, we'll take you out? Or, I mean, are they talking to John? Warning him not to try anything stupid? It's not really clear. So now we're in the first building of the game. Building sections make up most of the game. And I don't like building sections too much, just because I don't get to hear the neat you know, infiltration music theme, the jungle theme. I really like the music in this game. And you can listen to it, I guess, if you wanted to, various places on YouTube. Including remixed versions, which are interesting, for lack of a better term. So while I have access to a knife, you'll notice I'm still punching enemies. That's because this game restores something that the NES port of the original Metal Gear removed. And that's the ability to... Hold on a second. Keycard. These are the bane of my existence in this game, and you'll see why eventually. But anyway, the ability that this game restored is the ability to get rations or ammunition from enemies only if you punch them out without them noticing you. That being said, I'm full on rations and ammo right now, so I'm going to switch to the knife. I don't know, I just don't like having to punch guys 3 times. Bam. Yeah, the enemy's line of sight is that, a line. It's not a cone. Unless you're more or less directly in front of them and exposed, they won't see you. Again, it's rather disappointing. Fudge! I forgot about that guy. Well, now I get to show you what happens when you get spotted. They usually send a 4-person attack squad out to get you. This attack squad will follow you around the base, no matter where you are, usually, unless you go through into a completely different area. And I got this guy stuck. I like the attack theme music, or the alert music, too. Yeah, the AI isn't that great, but it, again, is a Nintendo game, an NES game. That's weird. I was expecting him to continue the pursuit. I guess he got frustrated. Just decided to go, okay, I'm gonna say that, you know, the intruder was lost. He snuck off somewhere. Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay, got him. This game certainly is not as hard as the original Metal Gear. It can be difficult in some places. I can't do anything with this guy right now. I'll be back. It can be difficult, but it's difficult for the right reasons. A lot of the original Metal Gear's difficulty came from, well, BS, I want to say. Jumping out of a truck and being right in the line of sight of an enemy. John moved to a different spot. Okay. Or things like that. Unavoidable difficulty. I'm going to head back to the very beginning of this base because there's something I need. Anyway, again, I rather enjoyed this game as a kid. Certainly I enjoyed this more than the original Metal Gear, although I did rather like that one too. I'm not saying that the original Metal Gear is bad, although this game had a kind of reputation for being what the Japanese would call a makusoge, which means a shitty game, essentially. Here's the other reason why I keep rescuing the POWs. The other thing they can offer you besides information is a rank up. The rank up lets you carry more ammunition and equipment, and also increases your life meter, and it's pretty much essential to beating the game. You want to get as many of these POWs as you possibly can. All of them, ideally. Are you kidding me? Well, let that be a warning to you, guard. I could have killed you there, but I decided not to. Here's one of the items I'm coming back here for. Truth gas. And through this door, we have the most important item in this building, I would actually venture to say. And the reason why it's here is because somebody put it here, one of our allies, Nick. Usually if I try calling him on the codec, he will have there'll be a brief conversation where he's like, oh, by the way, I left a silencer out behind the back of the building for you. For some reason, I didn't get that conversation this time. I don't know why. I guess it's only on a certain screen. Bam! Yep, so that's what the silencer does, if you couldn't figure it out. If I had tried to fire my handgun previously... Really? If I had tried to fire my handgun previously, it would just alert the entire base. Got him. So, as I stated before, this game is non-canonical. Kind of an alternate universe thing, if you want to think of it that way. Kind of like Metal Gear Ghost Babel for the Game Boy. Game Boy Color, I actually believe. I played that one too many years ago. And that was a pretty alright game. I liked that one too. Here's what the Truthcast does. This guy is not a POW, he's an enemy officer. Awesome. So, no witnesses. Sorry. Anyway, these guys, the enemy officers, also count towards your rank up meter. So, you can't really ignore them either. This game isn't very long. It doesn't seem that way, anyway. I remember being able to beat this, you know, when I was younger. In an afternoon, easily. But with that, I'm probably going to stop the video here. Next time we'll explore this floor of the building. See if anyone has anything to say. Nope. Well, that's all for now. See you next time.